It's only for the elect, because why? Not all our people gonna snap out of it, man. They gonna continue to stay in the world, okay? So, going back over to Revelations, so let's deal with that, which the Edomites couldn't break down, okay? The so-called elders, when they was lying through their teeth, they couldn't break it down. So we finna go into it today, right? This Revelation, the 12th chapter, and the first verse. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And I asked him, I said, bro, what's the 12 stars? And they couldn't even answer me. Okay? They couldn't even answer me. So I'm gonna go and prove what the stars is, right? Now we finna go to Genesis, right? The 37th chapter. Genesis, the 37th chapter. Because that's how you read the scriptures. It's precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You might read Revelation, but the answer is in Genesis, okay? You might read Genesis, but the answer is in Habakkuk, okay? You might read Matthew, but the answer might be in Isaiah, okay? Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You link them precepts up to straighten it out so you can understand clearly what the scriptures is talking about, because it's a puzzle. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that before I get this. But we're gonna go to Genesis 37th chapter, right? So I'm gonna go to get the precept up online here a little there. Okay. This is Genesis. We gonna read Genesis 37 and 9, but I'm gonna read this first. Okay. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, that a little. I'm gonna read that first, since I'm jumping around. This Isaiah, it says, this Isaiah 28, and I start at 7, and I'm gonna read all the way down to 13, okay? This Isaiah 28 and 7. But they also have error through It's Isaiah 28 and 7. But they also have error through wine and through strong drink are not of the way. The priests and the prophets have error through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. So what that is the Israelites back then, they was listening and taking on the customs of the other nations, having that proud spirit, so they were drunk with other philosophies, okay, other doctrines, okay. So this is what Isaiah is saying. They err, man. They drunk with other philosophies, and they drunk with other doctrines. Doctrines mean teachings, okay. It says, verse 8. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Vomit in the tables is dealing with the scriptures. The tables is dealing with the scriptures. Okay, the vomit is something that comes up out of you, right, and it gets spilled up all over the table, and you don't want to go around that smelling that stuff. It's nasty thing. You don't want to deal with it. So that's the way Isaiah was conveying this message to the reader, okay? Saying, look, Israel is going completely off, man. When they break down the scriptures, it's basically like vomit. They don't even understand what's going on. They done took other doctrines, they can't even break it down right, okay? So this is what Isaiah is saying. It says, verse 9, it says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Question. Them that are weaned from the milk, which is the word, and drawn from the breast. So in other words, they was saying this to Isaiah. Who shall these teach doctrine? The Israelites that was full of strong drink and wine, that was full of other doctrine. So they were telling Isaiah, man, who shall he teach doctrine? Okay? You know, this is how you read the scriptures. You know? And it says, whom shall he teach knowledge? Question. And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Question. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So somebody that's weaned from the milk, that's just like if you, give you an example. Just like if you, as a child, you got to suck on your mother's breast and you become mature enough to eat solid foods, okay? Well, in this truth, that word, you got to learn the basics, right? And then you can jump into the deep water like Revelation. So then you can jump into then you can start eating strong meat, but you got to learn the basics. So you got to grow as if you are sucking on your mother's breast. But what it is the word. So you have to grow as a child coming into this truth, man. Okay, you have to grow up like a baby, and then you can start taking in solid food, like Revelation 12th chapter, Revelation 18th chapter, Revelation 19th chapter, breaking it down like that. Okay, it says, and to prove what I'm talking about, how the word is the milk. That's 1 Peter's 2 and 1. Matter of fact, I get it. Prove my point. 1 Peter's I jump down. It's First Peter, let me say. 1 Peter's 2 and it says I started 2. The key is in 2. Okay. 1 Peter's 2 and 2. As newborn babes, desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. So it's the word. Okay. You learn the basics, and then you grow up to where you can get mature enough to where you can start going into the deep mystery, okay? But learn the basics, man, it's key. You gotta get that foundation. You just can't jump off the cliff, okay? Jump off the porch, you know what I'm saying? And not go to you and not be nurtured by your mother's breast. No, you ain't finna do that, man. It's levels and steps that you gotta take to grow, man. It's a process, okay? So going back over to Peter's, 1 Peter's 2 and 1 Peter's 2 and 2. As newborn babes, desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. So what's the milk? Word. Okay? So this is Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? Question. And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Meaning teachings. Question. Them that are weaned from the milk, which is the word, and drawn from the breast. Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So what they're saying is, if I jump to Genesis, right, and I jump back to Revelation, I'm going precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, so you can understand scriptures and what I'm talking about, because it's a puzzle, okay? It says, for with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people, okay? Verse 12, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause to weary to rest. And this is the refreshing ye that would not hear. So it's the word, man. This is the rest, man. Coming back to the word, man. Understand the breakdown and the precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little of the scriptures, man. Okay? This is your rest. Coming back to the Heavenly Father and His Son. Understand these scriptures. Okay? It says, verse 13, but the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backwards and be broken and snared and taken. So when we start jumping around in scriptures and breaking them down, and people up here and they got a proud spirit on them, okay, we jumping around like that through the spirit, because when we do that, they can't understand. Because they'll say, why you reading that over there? Stay within the content. Why you reading that over there? Stay within the content. But it's designed like that because these people are proud, and so they can fall back and be broken. Because when you read these scriptures, they like they drunk. They like they drunk like that. They don't understand. They spiritually drunk. They looking at you, and they hearing what you're saying, but they don't understand it, man. They drunk. Okay? So that's why it's like that. Okay? Because you got these Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans walking around here in a proud spirit, so they not gonna understand these scriptures when we jump back and forth like that. And the Most High designed it like that, okay? So, going over here to Genesis 37 and 9. Now, this is Joseph having the dream about his brothers being obstinate, okay? This is Genesis 37 and 9. And he dreamed yet another dream and told it his brother. And so behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obstinate to me. So what are the 11 stars? The 11 stars are the 11 tribes of Israel. Okay? So going back over here, okay? Going back over to Revelations, okay? Going back over here to Revelations, the first chapter, let me get back over there. Revelations, the first chapter, right? And the first verse. And there appeared a great, huh? Yeah, 12th chapter. What did I say? Oh, Salaki. The water for catching me, huh? Yeah. So this is Revelations 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. So what are those stars? Okay, we just read in Genesis, the 37th chapter, about the 11. So the 11 are what? The 12 tribes. I mean, the 11 tribes. So when you look at this chart, it's dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? So that woman with the 12 stars was the nation of Israel. Okay? That's what that woman is. Now going over here to Isaiah, I jump. Isaiah, let me see if I can remember. It's been a while. Let's see if I can remember where it's all at. It's been a while. This Isaiah, okay, this Isaiah 1 and 8. And the daughter of Zion, why would you call Zion a daughter? That's a phrase for a woman. Okay? You would call a female, you wouldn't call no man no daughter. You would call a female a daughter. So what it is in Revelations, that's symbolically for the nation of Israel, that woman. Okay? It says, this Isaiah 1 and 8, and the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard, and as a lodge in the garden of cucumbers, and as a besieged city. So what they're saying is Israel was a refuge for Israel, okay, for the nation of Israel. That's what they're saying. But the key is I want to deal with the word daughter, okay, dealing with that woman, okay. Now going to Jeremiah, got another one. Jeremiah, this Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Zion is a Hebrew word, to Zion, which means a monument and a memorial. So Israel is something that you're supposed to remember, okay? So I read it again. This Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So when you go back over to Revelation, right? This Revelations, 12:1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet. So what is that woman? The nation of Israel. Okay? Now let's deal with the sun and the moon. Let's see if I can get it. See if I can remember what that said. This is Ezekiel. I turned right through it. All right. This is Ezekiel 37 and no, Shalaka. This is Ezekiel 32:7. Okay. And when I will put out, and when I shall put out thee, Shalaka. This is Ezekiel 32:7. And when I shall put thee out, I will cover the heavens and make the stars thereof dark, and I will cover the sun with a cloud, and the moon shall not give her light. So what they're dealing with is the moon and the stars is a representation of knowledge and wisdom. Okay, that's what that's dealing with. Okay. So going back over here to Revelations, the 12th chapter. The 12th chapter in the first verse. So this Revelations 12:1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. So we understand that the moon and the sun represent knowledge and wisdom, and the stars represent the 12 tribes, and the woman represents the nation of Israel, right? You gotta understand that. And then it says, she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Now, we finna go to Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66 and 7. My mouth getting kind of dry. You know how you be reading a lot, then your mouth start getting dry, you ain't drunk no water. Hey man, that's how it is, man. That's why you gotta take water breaks. You know what I'm saying? You do all this speaking, your mouth get dry quick. You know what I'm saying? You like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Right.
I said, man, I have been seeing y'all boys on YouTube and shit. I said, y'all done made it everywhere now, huh?
Yeah.
I seen it in Little Rock a couple times over there too. This first time I see y'all, in person.
Yeah.
Just rolling by.
Yeah.
That shit is cool.
All right, man, that's the spirit, man. The word is getting out. The word is getting out. Just like this brother here, he just come up, you know what I'm saying? That's a new face.
Right.
All right, the word is getting out, man. All right, once you hear this truth, man, and the Most High open your eyes to understand it, you can't deny it, man. You can't deny it. You like, man, this is it. This is it, bro. Ain't nothing else, man. You know, we as the people, we done tried everything, man. You go back 50 years ago, 60 years ago, hey man, we didn't march, you know, we didn't try to set up our own businesses. We didn't try to do everything, man. It just don't work, man. We as a nation of people just can't get it together. I mean, when I say a nation of people, I mean the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's what I mean. I ain't talking about so-called African American, so-called Haitian, so-called Jamaican, so-called Mexican. I'm talking about us as a nation, because we all are the 12 tribes of Israel. We can't get it together, man. It's always a miracle, okay, which is set up by the Heavenly Father to stop us from doing what we, to stop us from accomplishing what we want to accomplish in our mind. We want to be successful. We want to do right. We want to do it, but it just don't work, man. Some supernatural power always intervene to bust it up. Okay, and we might look at a so-called Puerto Rican and say, man, I don't like him. Okay, you know, but that's your brother. We might look at a so-called North American Indian, so-called means not really correct. Those terms was put on us when we was conquered. So that's why I say so-called, not really correct. That's what that means. You might look at a so-called North American Indian, you know what I'm saying, and see him going not knowing that, hey man, we had the same foreparent. That's your brother, man. But since we've been in this captivity, it's been hid from us that we not the same people, but we are. Okay, we catching the same amount of hell, man. Same amount, man. We all catching it. You go look in the ghettos, that's where the natives at, that's where the Hispanics at, that's where the Negroes at. All of them. You go on the reservations, so-called Native Americans, all on drugs, drunk, dying off. You go up in the hood with these so-called Negroes, what they doing? On drugs, dying out, killing each other. You go amongst the so-called Mexicans, that's what they doing, killing each other. Them cartels down there in Mexico slaughtering each other. Okay? And then when the brother from the tribe of Issachar go down to Mexico that growed up here in the Americas, they would look at him as a Chicano, okay? They would look at him as like